A very good afternoon. You're watching India Today. We're going to get you the very latest coming in of West Bengal elections. Viewers, the fourth phase kicks in today, spread across 5 districts, 44 constituencies. But there's been violence, and the latest coming in is, and we are just going to shift into the latest news break that is filtering in. Mamata Banerjee, viewers, has finally replied to the EC. That's what we're getting in. On the EC notice over the show cause for targeting central forces. Mamata Banerjee has said allegations of central forces resorting to intimidation and influencing of voters. Mamata Banerjee has denied charges of inciting electorate against the CRPF, says Gherao is a democratic way of public protest, says should not be considered illegal. I have not violated the Model Code of Conduct or the Indian Penal Code. All of this coming at the time, viewers, where today there has been violence of alleged firing by the CRPF, where 4 people are allegedly, they are in fact dead in the alleged firing of CRPF in Cooch Behar. I want to connect immediately to my colleague Indro, who's going to elucidate and get us more on the incident which has taken place and Mamata Banerjee's response, because Indro, the West Bengal Chief Minister, a few days ago, the TMC has been, incessantly attacking the central forces, saying that the central forces are playing into the hands of the centre, where the vote in West Bengal is concerned. Get us the latest.
Well, Mamata Banerjee is addressing multiple rallies in North 24 Pargana district. She's, of course, on the campaign trail for the next phase. And Mamata Banerjee has gone all guns blazing against the central forces. In fact, what is interesting, of course, is that Mamata Banerjee has responded to the show cause notice by the Election Commission, where in the very first line she says that I have the highest regard for the Central Armed Police Force and commend and laud their contribution to the safety and security of the country. However, at the same time, Mamata Banerjee, while speaking and addressing a poll rally today in North 24 Pargana, she said that they are being misused. The central force is being misused because it is Home Minister Amit Shah who is basically giving instructions to the central forces. And then she made a barrage of allegations. She said that the central force was intimidating and threatening women voters. And of course, she reacted on the incident that has taken place today in Shital Kuchi, in Cooch Behar, in which 4 people have died and central forces had opened fire on people there. Mamata Banerjee, of course, is saying that the entire onus is now on the Election Commission and the central forces at this point in time. She says that these are innocent voters who are standing in the queue to cast and exercise their franchise. However, since the BJP is so unnerved by the fact that they are not doing well in this polls, that's the reason why they have attacked voters. Now, that's what Mamata Banerjee is maintaining at this point in time. The Trinamool Congress literally going on the offensive. At 3 p.m. this afternoon, a Trinamool Congress delegation will be going to the office of the Chief Electoral Officer here in West Bengal, and they will be registering their protest and complaint.
Right.
At the same time, the Trinamool Congress says that their candidate in Cooch Behar, Udayan Guha, his car has also been attacked.
Indro, just before I dip into what Mamata Banerjee had said, which she's in trouble for, because viewers, she had apparently said that the voter should gherao the CRPF if there is pressure. But it seems that at the back of this incident, now there is a notice where Mamata Banerjee is concerned by the EC. We're going to continue to get you more. But Indro, before I go in and dip in to that old reaction of Mamata Banerjee, I want to ask you what exactly happened in the incident. The CISF opening fire, what led to it?
Well, what, the special police observer whom I spoke to told me was that initial and preliminary reports from the ground suggest that there were a lot of law and order issues. There were protests that were happening. And we've been reporting that since morning. Shital Kuchi has been on the boil, from the very morning at about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. And then what happened was that the Central Police Observer tells us that there was an attack on the polling officials as also on the polling station. And that's when the Central Forces are saying that they had to open fire in self-defense. Now, Mamata Banerjee has also questioned that. She says that, this entire justification that a fire had to be, the Central Force had to open fire in self-defense does not hold true. And she said that voters were queuing up peacefully. However, it is the Central Force which has been threatening and intimidating voters in various locations.
Right. All right, Indra, just stay on with me. Let's quickly dip into what Mamata Banerjee says, and then we're going to cut across to Poulami Saha, who's right now at the location where the TMC is all set to hold a press conference.
CRPF যদি গন্ডগোল করে আমি আপনাদের মেয়েদের বলে দিচ্ছি আপনারা ওদের ঘেরাও করে রাখবেন একদল আর একদল ভোট দিতে যাবেন একদল ঘেরাও করবেন একদল ভোট দিতে যাবেন
All right, let's cut across to now Poulami Saha, because Mamata Banerjee has been served a notice by the EC. She has said she did nothing wrong by saying Gherao the police, Gherao the central forces, because she said she did not mean violence by Gherao. But now there is a press conference anytime which is going to be addressed by the TMC. My colleague Poulami Saha is joining me from the location. Poulami, over to you. What is the expected from the TMC mounting an attack now, because they're only bolster their case where they said that the CISF is, playing into the hands or the tool of the central government?
Well, the Trinamool Congress is obviously going to address a press conference on the incident that happened in Cooch Behar. Now, of course, the polling has been adjourned at the polling station number 126, where this unfortunate incident took place. The Trinamool Congress has already approached the Election Commission and asked them to intervene immediately in this matter, where they say that they've lost the lives of 5 of their party workers. The Election Commission obviously has now adjourned the polling at the polling station number 126 and has sought a more detailed report from the CEO of West Bengal and the special observers by 5 p.m. today. So they will, of course, be addressing a press conference on that, because this is a very unfortunate turn of events which we're witnessing as the 4th phase of elections are underway here in West Bengal. They've also said that their candidate from Dinhata has also come under attack, the TMC candidate Udayan Guha. In fact, they say that several journalists also came under attack as well, and they've raised this complaint with the Election Commission as well. They're, of course, saying that the central forces, obviously, which has been alleged previously by the West Bengal Chief Minister as well, which she has in fact reiterated in her reply to the Election Commission's notice of 8th April. She has in fact said that, as far as the central forces are concerned, they have been trying to, in various places, stop the voters from casting their ballot. And when I said that Gherao the central forces, when I asked specifically the women voters to do so, I meant it in a way which is very common, the word Gherao being used in the political lexicon of West Bengal since the 1960s. It's only a democratic form of public protest. It doesn't mean anything illegal. So she has denied the charges against her. But the BJP, of course, saying that the violence which Bengal has witnessed today, the kind of unfortunate turn of events which the 4th phase of polling has taken, is planned by the Trinamool Congress, as is being alleged by the Bharatiya Janata Party, and something which was instigated quite repeatedly by the West Bengal Chief Minister when she, of course, was in fact making her allegations against the central forces, because, as we know, the forces claim that they came under attack from a mob and they fired in retaliation in self-defense.
All right, appreciate you joining us, Poulami. Poulami is going to get us the very latest anytime right now.